Was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9.
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, here's Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Three yards to go here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
All right, here we go.
From the red zone now, Goff. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Max Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter.
Come on, let's go! Flex round!
They go back to the air here after the INT. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Let's go!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Carlos Williams that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
But no second-guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He'll return it for the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Steelers set to take the field. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver, 82 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Try the right side here. And look out. I think he's going to go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Back to throw now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Watch it now. Hurry up, here we go. Hurry up, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, here's Goff. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No gain, and it's second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here we go now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Let's go. Leopard.
Third and long. It's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He's going to air one out, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the toss, here's Williams. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by there he goes, right side. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Out Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. One receiver left, three to the right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bengals take possession. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Again, it's Williams. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, usually you don't think of the quarterback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 22.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! All right!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Stays on his feet. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And he will find his man on the outside. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get it.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Let's go! Red 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. 7
yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's good.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And out now, here come the Bengals. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Steelers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.